Hey friends, welcome back to another build. I'm Tristan, this is Oldman Plays. So thank you for tuning in to another build by yours truly. Beautiful day to be filming today. The weather outside is really nice and you can might be able to hear the birds and stuff in the background. We've got an SDX drop, which is always, exciting. Those little free-to-play updates, which are really cool. I think we got a couple of new hairstyles in the one today, and I did see something earlier about some bug fixes, which is different for an SDX drop, but I'll take anything being fixed in the game, which is always nice. And then, most importantly, I think, don't know if you guys play, but Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises, and they did release a couple of new huge games on Switch today, so I'm really excited to get stuck into that one, but I thought I'd finish filming this one for you guys first. So in this build, I'm building a real life house. It's a house in America. It's called Monument House. It's located just near the Joshua Tree Desert. And this house came to my attention because it actually popped up in one of my social media feeds, I think last week. They've made it available for you to stay in. I don't know whether that is attainable or cheap, but it is available for you to stay in. I think the house is about 30 years old, and I was reading that the architect actually built it for himself and two of his close friend couples, I guess you could call them, to stay in. So yeah, really beautiful spot. I'll chuck some pictures up here so you can kind of have a look at what I'm building against, and I might pop some more shots from in the house that inspired my certain rooms and things like that. You'll see the layout of the windows on this house are very interesting. Some walls are quite barren and don't have a lot on them, and some have them placed really interestingly, and I was really drawn to this house for that, I think. You'll see in the actual photos of the house, the windows are these interesting geometric oblong shapes, and they're around the doors and things like that. We don't have anything like that in The Sims. I originally thought about using custom content, but I really wanted this house to be something I could play in and you guys could also play in. So I chose to just pick windows from around the game that were interesting shapes and still conveyed, I guess, the same feeling that the house did, but still Sims and Max's content, which is what you'll see me kind of placing around now. You might have noticed that the shell came together really, really quickly, and I wish I could say that it did, but it didn't. Full disclaimer, this was my third time building this house. The first time I built it and I got probably as far through as you can see now, and the proportions just weren't right. And when I started to add more rooms than this one, there were things that weren't fitting in the right places, and the kitchen wasn't in the right spot to the dining room, which wasn't in the right spot to the lounge room. So I actually logged off for the night, woke up in the next morning, bulldozed and started again. My second build, I got a little bit further than this through, and then I realized I hadn't filmed any of it, which was annoying, but I really wanted to film the process of this one. So with a really, I'd say, a heavy heart, and that's probably what it was, I bulldozed and started again to this final build. It was really nice though, because I was able to make a few tweaks to things that I'd kind of settled on. But yeah, so here you'll see they had this really cool kind of off-center fireplace in the actual home that was kind of built into the wall, and I wanted to kind of replicate that. I got close. I won't say I got it perfect, but I got close to kind of giving off the same vibe. Yeah, they had this really interesting little corner. There's lots of lamps in this room. Given their roofs are so vaulted, I think they really relied on natural lighting through those few kind of small windows around the place and some wall lighting. So I think lamps everywhere, which is very much like my real home, to be honest, which is kind of cool. So as I get further around the house, you'll notice here I start to kind of lay out some of the colors that are true to the original form, but we didn't have photos of all of the kind of, I guess, like sleeping quarters and things like that. So I kind of used my own imagination for this, and the beauty of that is I was able to make it quite playable. So there's two full-size bedrooms with nearby bathrooms in this build. I did use the vaulted ceiling to my advantage, as you'll kind of see now, where I created kind of this loft area that is the master bedroom and bathroom, which was really exciting, and I really love how that came together, which you'll see shortly. There's lots of tweaking in this area, trying to work out how exactly this little kind of living quarter looked. I'm gonna leave you with it for a little while, but I'll talk to you again soon. So as you're probably aware, we got a couple of new kits last week, I think it was. The kind of everyday clutter kit and the pastel pop kit, and you'll see I was able to kind of really use these in these bedroom builds. Bedrooms aren't something I usually enjoy that much, to be honest. I really kind of love building structures that are a little different to what you see around the place. And bedrooms aren't my strong suit just because I don't really love a lot of the in-game content they have for bedrooms, but I had so much fun with these couple of new kits and the way it made me think about the already existing items in the game to create both of the bedrooms in this build. I really love the textured carpet, which again, it was something I kind of wrote off the second I saw it kind of announced, but then in the game, I actually think it works really well and adds a really nice texture to this specific room. I think the kind of wall fittings, the candles, everything, I actually love all of it. Now you'll see me starting to build the kitchen, and I'll put a photo here of the kitchen for you. I hate this kitchen. I don't like it at all. I tried to make it a little nicer, but still stay true to what it is in this build. I don't like it. I don't like how it turned out. I don't like it in real life, but hey, that's just me. That's just me. You'll see I did place very briefly there a CC wall trim. I removed it right away, given I want you guys to be able to download it. Something I've noticed when trying to upload this to the gallery is it's marking as modded, and I'm not sure whether it was that wall being CC for just a second. So I'm going to go back and play with that a little bit so I can upload this for you guys to play in, because playtesting it was a lot of fun. I really like the layout of this house and the gameplay of this house and the number of activities and things that are available when it comes together. So yeah, I really can't wait for you guys to kind of check it out. To make the kitchen a little more interesting, I did try a few art pieces and stuff, as you'll see here. Again, not redeeming. Absolutely not redeeming. It did not come together nearly as nice as I'd like. But again, true to the original. I even muted the yellow a bit, which I think helps. You can be the judge of that. Let me know in the comments if you love or hate this kitchen. You know my thoughts on it. For this bathroom downstairs, I replicated the upstairs just because it's easy. It looks nice. Very good. And in a second, you'll see me flick into this bedroom. Now, as I said before, I don't usually love building bedrooms, but the way these bedrooms kind of just fell together made me really happy. Using a lot of pastel pop stuff as inspiration, I was then able to use other items to really bring a lot of life to them, I think. This is, again, not a color I'd normally pick. I have used this bed before if you've watched my old videos. But yeah, I really love all the little clutter pieces and the way that the kind of carpet made me feel about the lights to use, and it was just this beautiful back and forth process, which I think is really nice. Also, this mirror, my favorite mirror in the game. Plumbella nailed this. I really hope The Sims keep partnering with creators on this content, because she really hit this out of the park. I can't emphasize that enough. If you have the $8 Australian or however much it costs wherever you're from, I reckon buy it. It's such a fun little build kit that doesn't break the bank. Just really quickly before the B-roll, I think you'll probably notice I did forget to film myself building the outside of the lot, which is so annoying because it came together really nicely. So I'm just doing a quick zoom around here for you as well. So that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Comment if you want to see me do something in particular. I plan to upload weekly now on Saturdays at 11 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, as we're in daylight savings now. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.